Houston, Texas. It's a special Christmas Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
This will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Got his man. That's Harry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. First down, here's the run with Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
It was Damon Harrison.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
7-yard line.
On the ground, it's Cook. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Cook on the carry.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Sacked. An 8-yard loss.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Damon Harrison in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now
Garoppolo now. And it's caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 20 carries, 105 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that, too.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Texans 7.
2nd and 10. Draw play. This is Henry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll rifle this one, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house.
Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
A run there with Cook, not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. 2nd down coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Garoppolo's pass Complete.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Rumbling past the 30. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. 23 yards on the play. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
In on the tackle, Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Derrick Henry. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And it's complete. Henry. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 4.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And an Eagle 1st down.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And it's going to be incomplete. Kelce, the intended receiver there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the gun, it's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there is no space available. An incompletion as a result.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Got a man open. That's Harry. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
And a great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
3rd down.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Wentz. And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. But a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position. And
that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here, Charles. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Eagles.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. A first down carry for Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Wentz now to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Eagles.
They'll run with Henry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 8-yard.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
At the 5-yard line.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Lining up for the point after.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied with
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jimmy Garoppolo sacked.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. And he finds Gronk. There'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, impressed,
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now Wentz on the bootleg. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
15 yards. But it's now third down.
Henry. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. On first down, Henry pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play action. Now Wentz. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now Wentz on third down. They set up the screen for Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. It's Henry. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The ball carrier.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And he's got it. Got his complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
A run with Henry on first down, but nowhere to go there as he can't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
25-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some explaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
It makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. Back to throw, Garoppolo. This one caught by Davis. Up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Huge first down, got to hold it.
Yeah, now you have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive.
They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. First throw of overtime for Wentz. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Wentz's pass.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, Sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
45-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
They'll run it again with Henry. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Decision time now on 4th and about a yard and a half.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the 1st down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. How about that, partner? Not only a 4th down conversion in a tie game, a 4th down conversion in overtime in a tie game.
And so many factors go into making that call, and a lot of it is a head coach feeling the rhythm and understanding his team. Sometimes you think, okay, we better get this done right now. We might not have enough left if we let this game extend. Let's go get it, end it, and get a victory.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. On 1st down, Henry. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep...
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
Final score.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Philadelphia, the wins have been hard to come by, but they get one here to move to 4-11 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week when they take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.